Welcome to Scale with Clarity, the podcast for entrepreneurs who are building a business and a life that actually feels good. I'm Brooke Koeninger, fractional CFO, strategist, and mom of three, and I've learned that scaling isn't just about hitting revenue milestones. It's about finding alignment between your big vision and your everyday reality. Each week, you'll hear honest conversations with founders who are redefining success on their own terms. We'll talk about the pivots, the aha moments, and the tough decisions behind the scenes. Plus, the surprising ways entrepreneurship becomes the greatest personal growth journey of all. Whether you're dreaming of leaving corporate, navigating the messy middle, or trying to grow without burning out, this show is here to help you scale with more clarity, confidence, and ease. Because building a business should expand you, not deplete you. Let's scale with clarity together.
My number one strength is input. I love to get information. I love to share information. I love to do research about different topics before I talk. And then another one of my strengths is connectedness. So that fits in with trying to, talking to people about my business and helping them connect, which is what my goal is in the workshops, is building relationships with people either at the table or at a mix and mingle session.
Yeah. It can be fun if you allow it to be, uncovering your strengths or really understanding what they are, and then really thinking about what you like. Because your strengths, to your point, don't need to be tied to the industry you've worked in or even the functional expertise. It is really about, it's sort of like a values aligned type of thing. Is like, what are you naturally good at from a characteristic standpoint? And then figuring out what you like. And it can be a puzzle of like, where can I apply that? Like I've kind of always been in, we use for an example, higher education. I was like, my last job was in the media industry in a specific thing. But if you think about especially for someone who either feels burned out or has just lost their job in this environment, you can kind of feel like constricted and like, I got to find the next thing. And what is the very similar thing that I do? But when you think about it that way, what are my strengths and what do I like doing? It kind of opens up this world of a different way of thinking of like, there is a lot of opportunities if I kind of flip it, I look at the puzzle, you flip it like 90 degrees or 180 degrees, but it can be overwhelming. I want to acknowledge for some, because you've never thought about it that way.
Well, and if the supervisors and the teams look at their team members' strengths and say, oh, this person is a learner. Well, we've got a project going on that we need to get some background on, and she would be great at doing some research. So if people realize their strengths within the context of their work, then sometimes they can shift it and do more that utilizes their strengths. And then they get more satisfaction and more engagement with their job, which is really needed in this country. It's something like only 60% of employees are engaged in their job. It's pretty low. So if people feel engaged and get the satisfaction, they're more likely to stay.
I
And
totally agree.
so when I give a workshop on strengths, we not only talk about how they use their strengths, we also talk a little bit about some of the deeper the valleys, involved. If somebody is highly analytical or they're got a lot of ideation, that sometimes that can be, something that the group has to deal with. So we talk about their strengths as well as challenges that they may have or present to the group. It's really satisfying to see people make these connections and
Yeah.
appreciate each other.